Now, Oya Honorable Agyapa Mercer exposed Oya Okudzato Ablakwa. Now, it's because of Dama Brian Champo who some up baby. What they didn't know, I know what does. Now, are they you be mutum no dandan, not sensing you maybe from your to my family kuska. Baby, and some the way to know. Oya Honorable Agyapa Mercer. Waba maza wa church in sim. Women never maza na share video no, the business video.
This is nothing but politics. Pure and simple. It has nothing to do with the interest of SNIT or the pension fund holders. It has nothing to do with anything but the personality of Brian Achampon, who is acquiring that asset, who happens to be an MPP member, who hasn't breached any law, either constitutional or otherwise. That is the only basis for all this noise.
He hasn't breached any law.
What law has he breached?
The provisions of the Constitution.
Show me. Show me.
He needs a certificate of the Speaker.
Very good.
To do a job for emoluments.
You see?
And we understand he doesn't have a certificate.
Says who? I don't have a problem. Where's the recourse? Oh, I'm coming. Where is the recourse to charge? Read chapter 24, article 287. An allegation that the public officer has contravened or has not complied with the provision of this chapter. It's only a 3-page chapter, chapter 24. The article 98 that he makes reference to. You can only go to the Speaker to lodge a complaint.
I went to Shraj because of 284. 287 is the
284. Wait.
Yes.
284 says a public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest. Has Brian Achampon put himself in any position relative to this transaction that his personal interest is conflicting with the performance of his public office? Is he a Minister for Finance? Is he the board? Is he on the board of SNIT?
He's not at cabinet.
Thank you very much. Is it a cabinet decision? Have you seen any cabinet memo relative to this transaction that SNIT board has submitted this transaction to cabinet for approval and Brian Achampon participated in the decision?
You're not sure?
Have you seen it? You see? Look, Samson, I'm coming. Oh, please,
go ahead.
You see? So he says it's going to charge under Article 284.
And 287.
And I'm saying that 284 can only be relevant in that other case that you read, where Brian Achampon, in this case, if he was contracting as minister with a third-party company that he had an interest in, then you could properly found an allegation of conflict of interest against him. That is what the procedure that is spelled out in 287 says. That when anybody breaches a provision of this chapter 24, go to charge. But I'm saying that because you yourself realize that Brian has not breached any 284 provision, strictly so-called, you are bringing in 98. And I'm saying that 98, if you say, and I'm not in a position to verify, he's breached it, your recourse is not to charge. And so you go and gather people and go and do demonstration and play NDC songs. So it's pure politicking. And use the tag that suits them. State capture. Where is the state capture in this?
It is Honorable Agyapa Mercer. This is a straight disgrace to Okudzato Ablakwa because one to know he was only trying to buttress, only trying to interject. It was this one. No man a bit of a reply. This is a very interesting video. And up to the point there, he was so serious.
284. Wait.
Yes.
He was so serious to the core there. He was exposing it by the laws of the country. And I feel very confident there. Say, if Okudzato Ablakwa is saying there, I don't know, or a bit into this, no no problem. But are they making sure that before a buyer now, as some Agyapa Mercer or can there, say, I don't say, bareness or a conflict of interest there. Inka as a cost strategy demi. But I don't know, there's another 98 article 98 you are supposed to look at that one as the Kama Speaker of Parliament. But all of a sudden, I got a demonstration. And yes, state capture no, it is all over social media because they say you've been eating. That is what Agyapa Mercer or Casisia. Now, but another video super bottom. Now it is very, very interesting there. I give you back-to-back content, making sure it's about Mazana you try to help out by trying to share the videos and like them. Then we'll be able to sack a video. It's about Mazana not share video from Navia.
That we are facing a global economic crisis, which Togbe Sri III referred to. This is a crisis that is being felt all over the world, and the cost of living has accelerated across the globe. If you look at the cost of living as measured by the rate of inflation between 2019 and now, the cost of living or the rate of inflation has increased by 5-fold in Ghana. It has increased by 16-fold in Togo. It has increased by 11-fold in Senegal. It has increased by 7-fold in Cote d'Ivoire and 8-fold in the United Kingdom. The increase in the cost of living has caused hardships, not only in Ghana, but many countries. In fact, the BBC noted about 2 weeks ago that so far this year, in 93 countries, we've had public protests against the increasing cost of living. It is important to note, however, that in the midst of all of this turmoil, we should put things in perspective. The government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has, over the last 6 years, taken many steps to reposition and transform the economy. So whilst we have hardships today, which we are working very hard to alleviate, and inshallah we will deal with them. Whilst we have hardships today, let us not forget what we have been able to do in the last 6 years. Let me recall that our government in the last 6 years has created more jobs than any other government in the Fourth Republic. Let me recall that we have constructed more roads than any other government in the Fourth Republic. Let me recall that we have built more interchanges than any other government in the Fourth Republic. And let me say that we have built more airports than any other government, more railways than any other government. We have built more classrooms than any other government in the Fourth Republic. We have constructed more fish landing sites than any other government in the Fourth Republic. We have also restored teacher and nursing training allowances. Togbeo Mameo, beyond infrastructure, we have implemented many transformational policies. Over the last 6 years, Ghana has successfully issued the national ID card. For the first time in our history, Ghana has a digital property address system. For the first time in our history, Ghana has implemented mobile money interoperability between the telcos and the banks. This is the first in Africa, and Ghana is the #1 country in Africa for access to financial services. For the first time in our history, any Ghanaian who has a national ID card can open a bank account sitting at home and don't have to go to any bank to fill a form. For the first time in our history, we have drones delivering medical supplies to our people in the very remote areas, whether it's blood, whether it's vaccines, whether it's medicines, snake bites, and so on. If you are in Yangbosre, the drones will come to you. Afram Plains, the drones will come to you. Yagabakubori, the drones will come to you. And so on and so forth. And Ghana, our own Ghana, is the whole world's largest medical drone delivery. The whole world. For the first time in our history, people can buy electricity units on their mobile phone. If they can even buy it from China, Germany, Japan, or the UK and buy their units on their mobile phone. For the first time in our history, we have one district, one factory. For the first time in our history, we are clearing goods paperless in the ports. For the first time, we have digitized the driver's license process. And for the first time in our history, Ghana has implemented the Ghana.gov platform, which is a one-stop shop for public service delivery. For the first time in our history, Ghanaians can renew their national health insurance sitting at home on their mobile phones. For the first time in our history, Ghanaian students can apply for student loans without the need for a guarantor. A Ghana card is sufficient. For the first time in our history, a government gave Ghanaians free water and free electricity for a whole year. For the first time in our history, government has provided free Wi-Fi to most senior high schools, 42 colleges of education, and 13 public universities.
Many people want to support us. Na bina wakadama mesede na won check down ho bohu tanks bi ho. Obobo mehu all certain amount bi apeditua. Ebohu euros, ebohu pounds. Mebe fe bia no so slow or as high bia. Ni wia bomazena course buy and send ho no. Buy and send is mi atwane kakra. Atwane kakra ma so process ni nyina na so bia. Ebohu da obo bring up drop down menu bia ebotum ni choose the payment what the pay choose. Ni wia ni nyina no why iska. Thank you for supporting us.